take. What is this? Who cares?
4.
Take 4. Hi guys. Okay, so lo-fi
Hello.
music should be playing right now, and it's like welcome to the George McCoy interview, or Booth House interview, round 4. Right. How are
George?
you? George is.
Wait, I want to see George.
George is unfortunately not with us at the moment.
I'm not doing this without George.
Well, I mean, dude, we should Zoom call George. Okay, well, that's cool. We're not even on the first question yet. It's been like 20 minutes. Okay. How are you?
Okay. You started 5 minutes late.
That wasn't the. Oh my God. You say okay?
What?
I asked how you were, dude. Oh my God, George is gonna kill us for like 12-hour footage. Oh my God.
Before the first question, that's what I'm going for.
Dude, wouldn't it be funny if we recorded like 5 hours of footage and it's just us talking about George? Like, we don't even answer any of these.
Dude, I'll literally talk about George for 5 hours. I'm facing this way. I'll be the interviewee.
Oh, George is actually responding. That's insane.
Between them. All right. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
That's not one of the questions on the interview. I'm going to have to edit that out. That wasn't a George-sanctioned question. Question 4.
Okay. The first time
how do you feel about Chicago streets and sanitation workers?
I feel like we should keep sanitation workers off the streets. We should pay them decent wages, have them have a home to live in. You know, it makes me sad to know that sanitation workers live on the streets. I didn't know that before now. And like, I think it's kind of outrageous. Like, they're doing their best for all of us, and we have them living on Chicago streets. That's so sad.
Thank you. Okay, what is the next question? George said I could do an impression of him, or I could just read the questions. But I don't necessarily know what an impression of George could be.
Can we go back and have you do an expression from the beginning?
An expression?
An expression. What was the word?
Impression.
English is not my second language.
Oh, George says he's working on a piece that he was at the house auction briefly earlier. Tomorrow, my family and I are scheduled to hear my grandma tell stories from the old days. What's up on your end? Thank you, George.
Oh.
Currently recording the interview you said
to
finish
knew it was at 9.
A week ago.
He knew. He knows that we're doing this right now, doesn't he?
Sorry, George. I'll name my firstborn after you. All right. What deeper questions do we have about society that can't be answered with what's up on your end, you know?
You know, tomorrow I get to go visit my grandma and hear stories about the olden days.
That's kind of insane. You know, I was just working on a piece but I was at the house auction earlier. That's kind of insane. But tomorrow though, I get to visit my grandma, you know, listen to stories about the good old days.
Speaking of the good old days,
you know, you go first.
The good old days. Like a couple minutes ago, I was at the house auction, but I was also working on a piece set.
Right.
Which reminds me that tomorrow, I'm not gonna finish that.
Yeah. No, one of the stories that my grandma likes to tell from yonder pastime is one time she was working on a piece set.
Is this your interview?
And you know, she was working on a piece that basically she went to her house auction and she was going to her grandma's house to listen to stories about the good old days back in yonder time.
Her grandma's still alive?
Yeah, no. Question number 6, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Make up questions about Chicago or Cicero. Okay, so what do you like about Chicago?
I've actually never been to Chicago.
Ah,
Am I supposed to make up an answer?
no, I guess we could just skip that question. Where would you move to in the future?
Probably Chicago. I heard it was nice.
That's a valid answer. All right, cool. The last thing you want in your Burger King burger. George says to edit the incoherent bits from 44 minutes long. Okay. Can you answer the question, please?
What's the question?
Oh, dude, we're not even like halfway there. I'm living on a prayer. Oh my God. When did you first learn that you're supposed to apply moisturizer to your face and skin every day?
I don't think I have a recollection of when that impacted my life. I think the last time I thought about it was when I was making. I'm not going to say that. Never mind. I think we're just going to move on from there.
Yes. The question was, has anything
I see.
good happened recently?
Oh yeah. I mean, the other day I was working on a piece set after going to the booth house.
Right.
I was
Listen,
excited because
George is
after
probably going to be so mad when he gets the footage. I've never seen George mad, but I'm pretty sure he
you didn't
will.
even hear the good part.
What?
The good part of the day.
The good old days? Right.
No, they told me I was gonna go get to see my grandma and hear about the good old days. That was probably the best thing that's happened to me.
Of course. One thing, I'm going to skip around. I'm going to take some creative liberties here. Sorry, George. What is one thing that you would definitely want someone or me to know about you? And remember, it's just me. So you can say your deepest, darkest secret. And I'll be the only one hearing this until it gets mass released to the interwebs on YouTube. So,
go ahead. I've never felt more distraught in my life than at this moment right now. Because if you were George, this would be the opportune moment to confess my love.
Oh,
and
right.
now here you are in his place. And now the only consolation I have is tomorrow.
Right.
I get to go talk to my grandma.
Right. Yeah. Talk about the good old days.
Yeah, how'd you know?
I have no idea. If you guys don't know, we have a Patreon right now. It's to get us to produce more lo-fi beats. So the link is www.patreon.com. You can find us there, and throw in a couple $100 our way, and you'll be sure to get those lo-fi beats, and at least like at most, right? At most like 12 months. You
want to plug in the GoFundMe too?
What's the GoFundMe?
GoFundMe.com/the good old days.
Oh,
where if we raise at least $10,000,
for real,
we'll have our grandma tell us about the good old days.
Oh, dude! Hold up! I got you.
All right, I'm leaving too.
Okay, is there anything you're looking forward to? Maybe tomorrow. I
don't know if I can think of anything right now. Oh, tomorrow.
Right.
I am going to visit my grandma.
Dude, that's right. That's right. Now
then we're gonna go get a vasectomy together.
Now we have 15 minutes of us saying that we're gonna visit our grandma tomorrow, and George is gonna be so mad that literally every single question here was answered. I'm gonna go visit my grandmother tomorrow. Oh man, I'm working on a piece set, and I'm gonna visit my grandmother tomorrow to talk about the good old days. There we go.
That was perfect.
Number 15, Burger King Bootleggers. Sure. Thank you, George. Okay, what do you want? Bottom line. If you could tell George anything in this exact moment, what would it be? Aside from a confession of your undying love for George, what would it be?
It would be that I'll never forget the time that I was standing in front of his dorm room and we were having a private conversation, and he leans in and whispers something in my ear. And I don't want to say it in public, but I'll never forget.
I think you have to say it in public.
It's changed my life.
Huh.
Okay, fine. All right. Is it okay if I say it?
Yes, I'm George, so it definitely is 100% okay if you say it.
All right. If you were George, he leaned in. He whispered, "I'm very excited. I'm gonna visit my grandma tomorrow."
Oh shit! We're gonna
Yeah.
visit George's grandma tomorrow. Impressions of George. And
Number 15. Visiting your grandma on a Sunday. The thing you
blasting you
most
why?
want to hear, what you most want to hear on a Sunday is about the good old days,
The good
and that
old days.
might be what you get.
A Facebook Messenger user by the name of George McCoy posted this comment to Messenger. Just working on a piece
Was
set.
working
I
on a
was at the
piece set.
house auction briefly earlier tomorrow. I think is it time to wrap it up? My producer says it is. I'm sorry. That's all
Are
the
you
time.
gonna read the last few donations or not?
Well, do you want to do the honor of reading them? I sort of blanked out after we got
We got.
yeah.
What was the last one here? Oh, we actually got $10 from
That's
George's grandma,
oh,
and
dude.
it's 4 paragraphs about the good old days. I don't think I can read
That's
that all.
insane. Thank you,
Oh
George.
my God.
George's grandma.
I'm so excited to read that
Me
later.
too. Anything you have to say, George? I'm gonna call George right now.
Please. Maybe I'll confess.
All right, we're calling George. Calling George at 3 a.m. Oh my God, he picked up. There we go. Okay, can you hear us, George?
Yeah, is Lewis with you? Who is it?
No.
I'm right here.
Yeah, we just finished the interview. We don't know where to take it from now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any words for us, George?
You asked me for direction?
Yeah.
Yes.
George Lewis asked if you have any last words. I guess.
It's not a death threat.
In the interview.
Yeah.
Wait, Robert, you can hear me, but he can't, right?
I'm in the middle of eating a bagel, and then I just got this call, and we'll let me take another bite of this.
Last
words, sort of
idea. I got you after
to
that.
summarize something the beautiful thing that you guys created.
Yeah.
George,
I haven't seen it yet, but
wait, before
sorry?
you answer that, can I ask?
Ask him if he has any plans tomorrow.
Do you have any plans tomorrow?
My grandma actually tomorrow's Mother's Day, and my grandma is going to tell a few stories to the whole family. So should definitely get on a Zoom call. It's one of the it'll be a third family Zoom call so far. So I'm gonna hop on there, see my grandma, see some of the rest of my family too. Extended family.
Are you gonna Zoom call your grandma?
No, so usually we have these family Zoom meetings that one of my aunts organizes, and so yeah, I guess so.
Even before quarantine, you guys had Zoom calls?
I'm sorry?
Even before quarantine, you guys had to do Zoom calls?
No, I mean this happened after quarantine started.
Okay, cool.
Ask George what his grandma's gonna talk about.
So
George, do you know what do you know what your grandma's gonna talk about?
She's gonna tell some stories from the old days. Yeah.
Oh my God.
How'd the interview go?
We're still doing the interview right now, actually.
This is part of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We were just talking about how we were doing piece sets too, and we stopped by the booth house auction. And tomorrow we're gonna go visit our grandmothers. Talk about the good old days.
Yeah. Cool. So can they hear me on the audio right now? Am I being recorded?
No, we're just talking to nobody right now, and the audio sounds very weird. It's like, hello, and then we just wait for 30 seconds, and we're like, George, and then it's cool. We'll just recreate your voice and then fake your responses. We'll do it in post.
So you're going. I'm so confused, but that's okay. So they can't hear me, but you're gonna record what I said and then put it into the interview.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, yeah, you guys should do whatever you want and what you feel comfortable with. Like, if that's what you want to do, that's great. Yeah. Thanks for calling. It's good to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one final
Sorry.
question, George. I have one final question.
Yeah.
Where are the bodies?
The bodies?
Yes. We're not recording an interview, George. You're talking to the police right now.
You're talking to the police.
Yes, George. Listen, we know what you did, George. We just want you to come clean. Tell us where the bodies are.
Why would you tell him that? No, he's not.
There are no. If you were from your dead bodies, there are none of those.
We didn't say there was dead bodies, George. Why did you just admit to there being dead bodies?
I was just clarifying that it's only living bodies that I'm familiar with so far. Yeah.
You sound a bit nervous, George. We'll let you off the hook.
Thank you very much.
All right. Do you want to say goodbye, George, to the rest of the people listening to the interview right now?
Who else is on the call? Is Lewis with you?
Lewis is with me. You can't hear what he says because I have him on.
Please, George, I love you so much. Oh no, why is there a separation?
Okay, so now, Lewis, you told me he's with you. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Because you just called me and your interview should have finished. You mentioned that your interview's finished, which means that you're not currently in the interview. That's not true. So, as you were recording me, I'm not sure. You're like, oh, I'm going to record your responses.
George,
the thing about the interview is really
Robert, why?
When you and Lewis to be the focus of it, so it doesn't make too much sense.
The last thing you would want on your burger.
George, we sort of based the entire interview on you, unfortunately.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way. You're lying to me.
We talked about your grandma for like 45 minutes.
Please, George.
Okay, that's a joke.
What?
That's a joke.
No. We wrote a song. It's fine, George. You'll see it. We can record again if you don't like it. But.
What, are you being serious?
Yes. Listen, George, you'll get the footage. We can re-record if you want. It's no big deal. Just,
No, Robert, I absolutely cannot read you over the phone. I can't tell if you're being serious or if it's... Okay, so why'd you call me?
George, I'm 100% serious.
Lewis wanted to call you.
Ever since fall quarter. And I don't know what to do with myself anymore after quarantine.
Okay.
I need to step it up. I will fly down.
We just thought it would be cool as a
into
feature.
The middle of your living room with a box of flowers and a handful of chocolates. And I'll confess, George, please just say yes right now.
We just wanted to have we thought it would be cool to have.
I know you can hear me, George.
Like a guest speaker on the interview.
Cool. Are you guys? So you're not with Lewis right now, even though you're both in Cicero.
No, right? That would be breaking quarantine law. Also,
I wish I was with you right now. Please.
I was just
please respond.
thinking it might be easier for you to meet. I don't know.
George, I have coronavirus. Why would it be easier for us to meet?
Don't put too much of this in the final.
The second we started calling you is the second the interview started.
Robert, I know you're joking me. I know that
We're joking, George. All right. Sorry about the joking.
Okay.
Listen, we'll catch you later, George. Thank you for responding.
Quick question. How you doing?
What?
Oh, we forgot. Oh no.
What's the question?
How are you doing?
Oh, how am I doing? I'm doing fine. quarantine has sort of put a block on all my creative abilities, but doing fine.
Okay.
You?
Anything? Me? I'm sort of busy with schoolwork a lot.
Are you doing a piece right now?
No, I was doing a piece set for a little while, but luckily I finished most of that with a friend and I, and a couple other people too, over the course of the week. Because last time it took like 25 hours, which is way too long. And I had it mostly finished. It's due midnight. I finished most of it before, but today I haven't been as productive. So, yeah. Playing ping pong with my sister here and there. Trying to get something done for secure for the summer.
Yeah.
Maybe somehow. I've been trying for a while, and it's currently May. But I guess that's something in May last year. I applied in May, so it could happen again.
Yeah.
Ask him one of the interview questions.
George.
The sanitation one.
George, what do you think about sanitation workers in the streets of Chicago?
I know you're not asking me the question that I asked you to ask Lewis, but
we just couldn't come up with any good answers.
Sorry?
We couldn't come up with any good answers, so we just want your answer.
Okay, well, let me give you some like a meta answer to that question, and then I'll talk about what I think. So first, I asked this because I wanted to see what Lewis thought. Maybe I was hoping it would like come out organically that hopefully he knew that sanitation workers, they get paid a ton. I think it's like 80,000 somewhere, like per year, which is a pretty huge salary, and they're important. So sanitation, like janitors in general, generally not looked at as like prestigious job, and yet the city pays them so well, and they get other benefits from being sanitation workers, yeah. Now,
free garbage, you know.
Sorry.
Free garbage. That's a big plus right there.
Yeah, and know what I think. I'm really appreciative of the job they do. I mean, the sanitation strike would be horrible.
Yeah, they're the backbone of our society right now. All these essential workers.
What?
Oh yeah, I was thinking about the coronavirus when I wrote that. I think I might have written that a while ago. But yeah, it's good that they're doing that. I'm appreciative of them, and I don't know any in particular. I can't like say that I've met some sanitation workers and I've developed some feelings about any particular subset of them, but as their occupation, I think it's a good one. And do I think that their pay is justified?
The site showcasing his piece of lettuce to meet at Burger King. Admittedly, he had shoes on.
They should. It's okay for them to be paid that amount.
The post went live at 11:38 p.m. on July 16th, and a mere 20 minutes later.
Thanks, George.
Okay.
The Burger King in question was.
Are you hanging up?
Yeah, I can hang up. Thank you for the interview, George. See ya.
No, you didn't interview me. You didn't interview me, right? It didn't happen. Right?
No,
it didn't.
Actually, Lewis was never on the call. I couldn't get him to call, so I just called you instead.
No, you said you finished the interview.
I said a lot of things, George. Thank you. Okay.
Is he gone now?
George is gone. We can talk about. Yeah, I guess you could always talk about George. George, we're done. I feel bad that George actually wanted like legitimate, well-researched out answers. But I don't think he'll be disappointed with our grammar speak. Yes, that's our jingle out of here. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Tune in next time where we get George's grandma on the line. Actually, tomorrow we might actually, hold up. I don't know. Maybe George will let us speak. Thank you.
Do you have any
Signing off.
idea what she's gonna tell us about?
Possibly the new old days. Oh, wait. Something off about that. I'm not sure, but you know. We could always discuss it in post, you know. All right, thanks everybody. Signing off in 3,